Welcome to the first of 2 rounds from Cadwell Park of the HSCC Historic Formula 2000 Championship. This is round 5 of the series, where we've seen Andrew Park have 3 wins out of 4 this season, but it was Ben Sims that won last time out at Snetterton after a couple of great races between the pair of them. And we suspect to see similar things here at Cadwell Park with the 2 cars qualifying on the front row. Although, of course, Ben Sims this morning in qualifying only completed a few laps due to car issues, but even so, qualified on that front row. Andrew Storer will start 3rd with Colin Wright 4th. Mick Whitehead and Stephen Glasswell will start on row 3, while Graham Ridgway and Eric Bailey go off row 4. We've got David Walton, Tom White, Jeremy Main, Andrew Smith, Anthony Rain, Jeremy Kane and Greg Robertson. Although I believe a few of those cars won't be making it to the start. So the cars lining up then, getting ready for the green flag to be waved at the rear of the field. Then the red lights will turn on, and when the lights go out, we can go racing. 27 is Andrew Park, 2 is Ben Sims, and away we go. It's the 2 Reynards then off the front row. A fairly even start, a good start from Andy Storer. He's trying to get amongst them as they go down towards Coppice Corner. A good start as the cars all flow into there as they turn into Charlie's. It's a sideways Andrew Park that leads the way. The championship leader then heads on to the Park Straight in the race lead, with Ben Sims chasing. In 3rd place, the Pucker Pie liveried car of Andy Storer. Reynard certainly being to the fore this season in Historic Formula 4 2000. That continues here at Cadwell Park. Through Park Corner, and again Andrew Park runs out very wide. 2 wheels well over the curb there as the car got sideways, now down towards the gooseneck. Sims is right with Park here at Cadwell Park. They're a very difficult track to overtake. Sims looking to the inside into Mansfield to let Park know that he's there. Now we head down towards the mountain chicane before they head over the hill, and it is Park, Sims and Storer already started to fall away from these 2 front runners over the top of the mountain, where these cars will take off. And then into Hall Bends they turn. They pass the Cadwell Park Cafe. Sims then right with Park. 3rd is Storer. 4th is Colin Wright. We've got Mick Whitehead in 5th. Eric Bailey 6th. Head of Glasswell, Ridgway and Walton. A good 4-way battle developing there. Into Barn Corner, and the 2 leaders spin. Both Andrew Park and Ben Sims are facing the wrong way, so it's Andy Storer now that leads the motor race. In 2nd is Colin Wright. 3rd was Mick Whitehead. Park gets away. Ben Sims still having to get his car back in the right direction. Real drama here then on the opening lap of the race here at Cadwell. What can Andy Park and Ben Sims do? Like damager to the front of Sims's car. Meanwhile, down the Park Straight with car 6, this is Jeremy Main in another one of the Reynards, and he's attacking Anthony Rain in one of the 3 Class B cars here. So he goes past Rains Merlin to gain a place. A replay on board with David Walton of the start of the race. See Cadwell Park very narrow, gets very busy very fast, and Walton having to take to the grass, and Tom White comes flying down the inside in another of these Class B machines we mentioned, the Osella. He didn't make it to the end of the first lap with a mechanical problem. Replay there on board of Andrew Park as he makes a move on Jeremy Kane, a 3rd of these Class B machines. So there's a battle. That is Eric Bailey and Graham Ridgway heading over the top of the mountain. They are together as they will turn their way onto Hall Bends. Not that far behind Mick Whitehead, who's in that 3rd position. David Walton, he's 6th. Bit of a gap back to Jeremy Main in 7th, with Andrew Park chasing him down. Park already has passed the 2 cars of Anthony Rain and Andrew Smith. So Park look into the inside of Jeremy Main down towards Coppice. Main waving him through there. giving him space. Andrew Park, a quicker driver, a championship contender, of course, championship leader. So Main not needing to fight him. And Ben Sims pits. So Ben Sims, with that damage to the car, he is out of the race. A gutted Ben Sims, of course. And Andrew Park into Park Corner. He's closed in on David Walton now. He's quickly dispatching these cars, and Walton waving Park by on the outside in towards the gooseneck. Another driver deciding not to fight Park. Into Mansfield we turn. It's Eric Bailey who is next on his hit list. Down towards the Mountainnesses. Bailey gives him room on the inside, and another fairly easy pass there for Andrew Park as he turns into the left-hander. Then right, and then leap over the top of the mountain. There's the race leader, Andy Storer. Colin Wright trying to stay with him here. Now, have they got a big enough gap to Andrew Park? That is going to be the situation. It looks like it. It's quite a decent margin to Park, who runs 5th. Through the field come, and it looks like Andrew Smith has passed the Anthony Rain car even. A replay earlier on in the race. I'm board with Graham Ridgway and Stephen Glasswell. They're having a huge spin through Hull Bends. A bit further down the road, Andrew Park was passing first of all Smith, and then over the mountain, passing that Class B Merlin, the 1975 machine of Anthony Rain. And then on the following lap, Graham Ridgway following another car that spins out of his way. That time Eric Bailey, although Bailey lost a lot less time than Glasswell did. Andrew Park, oh, a big moment under braking into Park Corner. A big twitch there as he closes in on Graham Ridgway, the former Radical racer. Down towards Mansfield Bend, and really late on the brakes. Andrew Park dives down the inside to go through, up into 4th spot. Next on his list will be the 15 car of Mick Whitehead. There's Whitehead. Park not far back. Into the mountain, left, right complex before heading over the top of the hill. They will go. You can see that Park's car clearly being airborne at that part of the track, and into Hull Bends. Really difficult part of the circuit. Not really anywhere you can overtake, but a great place to watch cars on the limit through there. A real part of the circuit where the fast guys can make up a lot of time. Down towards the start line we go to complete another lap. Andrew Park pulls out of the toe to go past Mick Whitehead, and Whitehead squeezing Park up against the white lines of Park, having to get out of it, but then he carries a lot more speed through Coppice Corner. And on board with Graham Ridgway, we can see that Park has gone through. So it's a battle of 4th now between Whitehead and Ridgway. Let's take a look at that move then from Andrew Park, round the outside of Whitehead. Really did move across him, but all is fine. Park is ahead now. So Storer lead, 2nd is Bright as they head down towards the mountain. It's about that whole complex that Storer has of a margin over Wright, and it's a bigger gap still. Back to Andrew Park, who is pushing on in 3rd spot. There's the battle for 4th. Graham Ridgway now is right on Mick Whitehead as they head down towards Hull Bends. That is where Andrew Park is. Through the trees he goes, and there's the battle for 4th. Down into the hairpin then for Ridgway. Power on, and down to Barn Corner, the corner that completes this Cadwell Park glorious circuit. There's the 78 of Jeremy Kane in his Lola, being closed in by the recovering Stephen Glasswell, who lost a lot of time on that open lap. Jeremy Main out of Barn Corner, and he sees a car peeling into the pit lane. That's David Walton. Colin Wright coming into shot. He is running in second place in his Reynard SF79. And is he catching Andy Storer now? It looks smaller, but Andrew Park is charging. He is really catching those top two cars. He heads down to Hall Bend in third spot, but he is catching. There's fourth and fifth, Whitehead and Ridgeway still together. They head over the top of the mountain, and we can ride on board with the 51 car of Graham Ridgeway, the 1978 Reynard. Mick Whitehead in the year newer machine through the right-handed hairpin before heading down towards Barn Corner, where on the opening lap Park and Sims came together. Andrew Park managed to continue, whereas Ben Sims unable to do so. Down towards Coppice Corner, Whitehead seeming to pull away down the start line there, but much more speed carried through Coppice Corner for Graham Ridgeway. We turn right into Charlie's now. What can he do? And Whitehead has a big slide there. That should give Ridgeway a good run onto the Long Park straight, which isn't so straight, is it? Because we curve left before heading down towards Park Corner. Whitehead is still ahead of Ridgeway, but Ridgeway carries more speed into Park Corner. He's later on the brakes. He goes through down the inside. He's up to fourth. Into Hall Bend even for Andy Storer, and the battle is on for second. Andrew Park is under the gearbox of Colin Wright. Oh, a bit of a slide there for Park as he tried to get the power on nice and early through Barn Corner and then onto the start and finish straight. Heading down towards Coppice Corner. Wright has got a few car lengths in hand over Andrew Park, and Andy Storer not very far in the distance at all compared to the gap what it was earlier in the race. Through the right-hander at Charlie's we now turn. The two parts to that corner, then onto the Park straight. Can Andrew Park make his move here? He's running in the slipstream of Colin Wright. He looks to the inside. He's much later on the brakes. Can he get the car stopped? Yes, he can. He's up to second. There's Stephen Glasswell. He has now made his way ahead of Jeremy Kane's Neil Fowler run Lola. Andy Storer out of Mansfield. He'll be looking in his mirrors. He'll be seeing championship leader Andrew Park there. There's some traffic to deal with shortly too. Over the top of the mountain for Storer. Second Park. Third Wright. Into Hall Bend. 72, 27 and 75 are the numbers they run. A bit further back, see Graham Ridgeway, who'd really started to pull away from Mick Whitehead in that battle for fourth. At a much bigger margin than what it once was. There's sixth place, it's Eric Bailey. Remember he had that spin on lap 2. So he's recovered nicely in sixth spot. He's got a good margin over seventh place car Jeremy Main. And then there's the Class B leader, Anthony Rain. Into Park Corner for the championship leader. He's less than a second behind Andy Storer now. Where can he find a way through though? We've mentioned Cadwell Park is not an easy place to pass, although Andrew Park has flown through this field with a fair amount of ease, but that on a few occasions has been helped by drivers giving way. Down towards the mountain complex we shall go. Park taking a very different line to Storer there, letting him know he's there. He's on his tail now as we're about to take off over the top of the mountain. Down towards Hall Bends. Right, left, right, left again, and then we'll go right once more. Plenty of changes of direction through that part of the circuit. Then we go right once again at Barn. Onto the start straight. Storer using all the road up to try and carry as much speed as he can. Down towards Coppice Corner. Park got a good slipstream here. Is he going to go left or right? Storer in the middle of the road. He jinks one way then the other, did Andrew Park. He can't find a way through. Into the right-hander at Charlie's now. In the closing sector of this race, Park has a big slide there through the second part of Charlie's. Now has that allowed Storer to keep his speed up. There's a slower car that they've got to lap. Stora's defending up the hill. Park goes to the outside. He's much later on the brakes into the corner. He goes right round the outside to take the race lead. So Andrew Park, being right at the back of the field, is now right at the front of it once more as he laps the car of Jeremy Kane. So Andrew Park leads once more here at Cadwell Park. Meanwhile, David Walton watching on from the pit lane as he had retired from the race. And the leaders into the Mountainesses on what should be the penultimate lap of the race as they head into Hall Bend. Park now starting to pull away from Andrew Storer. There they turn. In third place, a bit further back now, appears Colin Wright. There he is. Up across the line to start the final lap. Andrew Park. Second is Andrew Storer. There's Graham Ridgway. He is fourth, and he's really pulled away from Mick Whitehead now, who only appears now. There he is. And then we have to wait some more for sixth place car turn through. There it is, that's Eric Bailey. Final time over the top of the mountain for Andrew Park. He won 3 races before coming to Cadwell Park. He's about to take his 4th victory of the 2016 season. Out of barn corner he turns. In the pit lane is the broken car of Ben Sims. To win is Andrew Park. He takes the checkered flag with Andy Storer crossing the line in second spot. To complete the podium, there's the third place car of Colin Wright. Him a bit further back, there's Eric Bailey. Jeremy Main catching him up, so they're coming closer. But fourth place, that's Graham Ridgway. And he pulled away, as we've mentioned, from Mick Whitehead, who completes the top 5. And who's going to come 6th? We saw that was getting closer. We look to barn corner and we see it is still Eric Bailey. Jeremy Main not too far back at all. And they also pass the checkered flag. Take a look at the results then. It was Andrew Park that won the 12 lapper by a couple of seconds to Andrew Storer. Third was Colin Wright, and then Graham Ridgway 4th. Mick Whitehead came 5th. Eric Bailey 6th. And Jeremy Main was 7th ahead of the Class B winner Anthony Rain. Stephen Glasswell recovered to 9th, and Jeremy Kane completed the top 10, the opening race of the weekend from Cadwell Park for the Historic Formula 4 2000 Championship.
Alright, so Andrew, well, that was quite a hard race, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit difficult from the start. Ben and I had it coming together in at the back there.
Behind the trees, we couldn't see it.
Yeah, Ben was going for the inside. I was sort of trying to defend a bit, and I don't know whether he locked up, and we touched nice, pulling out wide and come round. And I was sort of trying to get the car going as quick as possible to it stalled, hoping that it'd start. And anyway, it turned over and fired up, and then I had to do about a 4-point turn, not to reverse into anyone to get back on the track. But
No, the hairpin, the right-hander. Barn, a proper barn, yeah.
Yeah, so but obviously Ben didn't come off.
Well, he carried on, but then pulled off with some problem with the car.
Oh, right, that's a shame. I thought he was going to come back with a vengeance. I had visions of the yellow Spax car in the mirrors, but no, it's a shame that he...
When he came back, he did the absolute best first sector on the lap when he was recovering, and then he came into the pits at the end of it.
Oh, it's a shame. It must have been water, a radiator or something, I presume.
But he can have a go tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sure he will, yeah.
Well, anyway, Ivan Sharrock is going to present you with the... Yes, Ivan having taken part in the first race at Castle Combe back in 1966, he had an HRG. You're too young to remember HRGs, probably.
I do remember one, because a good friend of mine, his father-in-law's just built one, so...
well, there we are then,
That's the only way I know them.
Well done, congratulations. Well done. And in the same place then, Andrew, well done. You held on to the lead for a long time, well done.
Thank you very much, yeah. It was, unfortunately, the first lap, Andy and... Ben took each other out in effect, you know, just to try and
Just confessed, yeah.
And so I managed to go around the outside and I got so far ahead, I thought, apart from Colin, who was right behind me, of course, to begin with, so I was keeping an eye on him, but I was pulling away. And I think I made the mistake of backing up very slightly. And once you do that, you never get the speed back again. And because I thought I was firing before, so I saw only, so I tried to step on it a bit more, but he was pretty quick at it. I think anyway.
He was the fastest lap, yes, but you were doing quicker and quicker laps, even to the end.
No, that's interesting. Well, I didn't think I was. I thought I was going slower and slower the way things were looking in my rearview mirrors, you know.
Collect your award. Just tell me, is that a new range of pies this year on the side of the car?
Well, no, it's the old range. We have other options if you want them.
Okay, well, let's talk about that tomorrow. We're going to go on. Thanks very much, Andrew. And Colin, where's Colin got to? Oh, he's behind me. Yeah, Colin, right. Well done. Third place. Congratulations, Colin.
Yeah, I'm very pleased with that. I've not been in the top three for a little while.
But you tend to be in the top three here, I think, don't you?
Yeah, I lost the race here on the last lap when first gear's stripped, so I deserve a good finish.
Yeah, I think it's a circuit you like, isn't it?
It's a fantastic place. I was lucky. I got a goodish start. I kept with Andrew a little way, and obviously Ben and Andy had a bit of a when we thought, well, here's your advantage. Stuck with Andy, but he was too quick, and then I started losing concentration. Do at my age, but
Okay.
tea, you know, and all that sort of stuff.
Well, puck up, would think.
No, I didn't put any meat in them.
Oh, does he? So, right.